Angst is on a call with a client in his office when his secretary walked in and he was like, "Is the intercom not working for you to make a call through?" And she said, "The intercom is busy. That is why I had to come inside. Actually, you have a visitor." And he asked, "Okay, who is the visitor?" She said, "It's Mr. Kennedy." He said his name is Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Jonathan's friend. And Angst was wondering who that person would be. And he said she should usher him in. While Angst was thinking about who the person is, Kennedy walked into Angst's office. And when he walked into Angst's office, so Angst was able to pick up his face and greeted him politely, offered him a seat to sit, and Kennedy sat down. Welcome, guys, to another episode of When Marriage Becomes a Nightmare, episode 14 of When Marriage Becomes a Nightmare, the most scary marriage ever. So, Angst offered him the seat. He sat down. As he sat down and asked if he could offer him anything, and he was like, "No, he didn't come here for that. That actually it's still working hard, and he did not come here for that. But whatever brought him to Angst's office will not take time. That he just want to know," and asked what exactly are his intentions for Clara. That why did he come back into Clara's life? That he knows fully that Clara is married and already has a daughter. So what exactly does he want with Clara? That he is coming closer to her, or does he want to start another romantic relationship with her or something? And Angst was like, "Clara is my friend. She is my friend. She's someone that I cannot let go of. That she's a friend, or can't we be a friend again?" And he was like, "A friend? What kind of friend would you want to have with a married woman, for that matter?" And he was like, "Clara is someone that I cannot let go." He now started telling him the story that once upon a time, there lives a guy, a boy, that was very, very poor, that does not have anything. The man that is sitting here in a luxurious office, that I didn't have anything. I came from a very poor background. And we didn't have anything. But Clara did everything possible, sold the only land her father gave her to send me abroad against her mother's wish. She made me who I am today. She gave me my first life. She gave me everything, made me the person I am today, and you expect me to leave that kind of a person? Yes, when I came back to Nigeria, I made my findings about Clara, and I found out that she has gotten married and she already has a daughter. But the state at which I met her was not good enough because she was not on her feet. And how can I leave someone that was there for me, that is instrumental to my success? I should just leave her like that? No, I can't do that. In as much as the husband is fighting me and trying every possible means for me to leave Clara, I cannot leave her. I am in Clara's life to help her. I don't have any motives to do anything stupid with her, but I am in her life to help her until Clara is back on her feet, is fully on her feet, for her to be able to take care of herself and fight for herself. I would leave her. But for now, I am not leaving her for anything. Then Kennedy was staring at him. I was like, he didn't know that that is how it was. And I was like, now you know. Now you know. Then Kennedy was like, don't you think, he was asking him about if his intention now changed and now turned to a romantic relationship. And he was like, no, he does not have that intention. His intention is just to help Clara and to help Clara to be on her feet. But if opportunity comes for that, he will not mind. He will grab it. And he was like, are you serious with what you're saying? He said, yes, I will grab it. Yeah, nobody will say something that is good and he will not go for it. He already knows the importance of Clara in his life. And so therefore, if there are openings for him to get Clara back, he will do everything possible to do that. But what he's doing right now is just to help Clara be the best version of herself. That is what he's trying to do. Then he told him everything and was like, he is not going to back down on Clara because Clara helped him. And it is his time for him to help Clara also. Then Kennedy was just staring at him and looking at him, and he didn't even know what to say again. Here is Debbie. Debbie is talking with Clara, telling Clara reason why she should not talk to Angst on behalf of Jonathan, because Jonathan is devilish. Jonathan does not have good intentions. He telling her to help him tell Angst for him to get a job for him in his company is disastrous. That she should not do that. He was like, for Jonathan to tell you to help him ask Angst for job, it means he has hidden agenda. And Clara was like, I know that yes, Angst, Jonathan has done a lot, but there's always room for second chance. I believe there's a room to give someone a second chance. And Debbie was like, yes, people change. But you see, Jonathan cannot change because Jonathan is egocentric, he is arrogant, and he will not change. For your own good and for the good of everybody, I would advise you not to talk to Angs about it because he's just trying to get on your good book and on Ang's good book so that once he has gotten to you guys meet, he will be able to strike to destroy you guys. So please, I would beg you, don't talk to Angst on his behalf if you love yourself. Yes, Debbie gave Clara a good advice. This is the first time she will give Clara a good advice, that she will talk to Clara with a clear conscience because it's evildoers that know evildoers. Debbie is evil. She has bad intentions towards Clara. And also, she also knows that Jonathan also has a bad intention, bad attitude towards Clara also. And so therefore, she gave her the advice that she feels is good for her as at that time. But I believe with this, if Clara believed that Jonathan is going to change, then so be it. I believe there's always room to give people opportunities, change, and second chance, just like the way she's trying to give Debbie a second chance. Here is Benny in her room. Benny is pressing her phone, checking some things on her phone when her mother walked in. And when her mother walked in, she sat up to welcome her mom. And her mom brought in iron and her clothes and was like, henceforth, you will be the one ironing your clothes by yourself. I am not going to be doing that for you anymore. She was like, but mom, I don't like ironing. And the mother was like, it's not about whether you like ironing or not. You have grown enough to start doing things by yourself. The same way you learned how to wash clothes, you need to learn how to iron also. I am not raising a sport child. So you need to learn to iron and be able to take care of yourself and also tidy your room. Then she turned and wanted to leave the room when the daughter asked her that, Mom, have you eventually asked him? And she was like, who? She said, Mr. Angst, have you asked him pertaining to that? Have you asked him to help dad get a job? And the mother was like, no, I have not asked him yet. And the daughter was like, why, Mom? Please, Mom, help him to get a job. Help him out. I believe that has changed. I believe that has changed and is willing to do everything possible to make us happy. And I want to see dad happy also. I want to see another version of dad. Please. And the mother was like, your dad is a kind of person that he cannot tell me to jump and I will ask him how high. Even if he tells me to jump, I need to sit down and think and look at where he asks me to jump from, whether it's something that will harm me or something that would be disastrous for me. I can't just go like that. I need to think about it very well. If the step I'm about to take is a good one or a bad one, that is just it. And the daughter was like, Mom, please do it for my sake. Talk to Mr. Angst on behalf of dad for my sake. Please, I just want to see dad happy. I want to see him in a new way. I want to see him with a new eyes. Please, I am begging you. Then the mother was like, okay, I'll try and see what I can do. And she was like, thanks, Mom. I'm really, really grateful. And the mother was like, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look at all. I don't want that look. That look, I don't want it at all. You cannot catch me with such look. And the mother turned and left. As she left, the daughter was very, very happy. She was happy. Then she went back to what she was doing on her phone. Here is Angst in his office. Clara has come to meet Angst in his office to plead with him on behalf of Jonathan because the daughter asked her to do so. On a norm, she would not want to do it, but she does not have a choice at this point in time. She just had to do it because she has made a promise to her daughter to go to Angst and talk to Angst. And Angst was like, you mean you left your business, you left your restaurant just to come and meet me and talk to me about this? And Clara was like, yes, as selfish as it might look, please, I need you to help give my husband a job. It's not necessarily it's in your company. You can make a recommendation for him in, with your friends, but please, he needs a job. I know that you guys have fights. You guys are not in good terms, but please, I don't want him to sit down at home anymore, so that at least he can work. Because with the fact that he's not working, that he's always sitting down at home, has made him useless, and he's feeling frustrated. And also, I don't want him to develop any form of depression. Please, anything you can do. I'm not expecting that you do it, but I just said that I should come and ask if you can help out with it. If you can help to get a job for him, I would so much happy. I would so much be happy, and it will gladden my heart if you can do that for me. It will gladden my heart a lot. And John, Clara kept on talking. I know Clara has good intentions for her husband because she wants the best for him, but she doesn't know that Jonathan is on a pretentious act. Jonathan is just looking for a way to get in between Clara and Angs and strike at the same time. And also, Angs is being careful. Angs is being careful at this point with this request that she has asked. He is looking at her and staring at her that with all that you've gone through in this man's hand, you are still looking out for him. Then Angs is in his apartment, sitting down thinking about what he and Clara had discussed earlier. While his mother came into the sitting room with a glass of juice in her hand, she was watching him as he was feeling moody. Then she asked him, that son, what's up with you? Why are you like this? Why are you in this kind of mood? And it was like nothing. But the mother was like, son, you can't lie to me. I gave birth to you and I know you very well. So please tell me what's up. Then it was like, Mom, can you imagine? Can you imagine how selfish this man is? With all that he has put her through, he's still telling her to come and meet me to help him get job. And the mother was like, are you sure that she's the one, is the one that said it, or she just came to meet you? And Hans was like, Mom, Clara would not say if they did not ask her. Clara would not just come like that. That she was being asked, that's why she came. Then they kept on talking. It was like he does not even know why he asked her to do this. He's not clear about it. Then the mother was like, are you sure that he asking her to come and ask you for job is the right thing to do? Because as it is, I feel he has evil intention. His intentions are not pure. And I want you to be very, very careful. Be vigilant. That is all I will tell you. Because for someone that you guys fought a few days ago and all of a sudden he woke up and starts telling the wife to tell you to help her to get a job, there's something fishy about it. There's something fishy about it. And Angs also said the same thing, that yes, he's feeling same way also, but he cannot say no to Clara. Clara means a lot to him and he does not want to say no to her. And the mother was like, well, if helping her will make you happy, why not do so? But when you are helping her to give the husband a job, open your eyes wise and be wise about it. Don't do things rational and don't be foolish about it. So now Clara is off your mind, right? So just do what you have to do to help her. And he thanked his mom while Clara was seated thinking about how she would do it, about the results of whatever meeting that she had with Angst. Then the mother told him that he should be careful. Then Angst called Clara. As Angst called Clara, her phone was ringing. Then she picked the call to receive the response from him that, okay, pertaining to what we discussed earlier today, I have thought about it and I'm ready to give him a job in my company. Just tell him to come around to the office by 9 a.m. tomorrow. And when he said that finish, he hung up the call. Then here is Jonathan. Jonathan is sleeping when Clara went to meet him and woke him up, then told him the good news that Hanks has accepted to give him a job in his company. And as immediately he heard that, he sat up and was shocked and was like, that quick? And Clara was like, what do you mean by that? He said, no, I'm just shocked and happy at the same time that he is willing to give me job. And she was like, hope you will not go there and cause trouble. And he was like, no, no, no. I'm only going there to work. Then Clara told him that he said that he should come to the office by 9 in the morning for the job. And he stood up and went to the bathroom. Well, while Clara was looking at him the way he was behaving, although she was happy that, okay, Angst finally accepted, but she's not clear on the emotion that Jonathan is trying to give about the job of a thing. But well, let's keep watching. Let's see what happens if Jonathan will eventually carry out his plan, because I know that he's scheming some disastrous plan, some plan that will want to ruin Clara. Here they are at the dining. They are at the dining. Penny looked up and saw the dad coming down from the stairs and with all smile on his face, and they were wondering that, Dad, why are you happy this morning? And he was like, I'm going to get a job, so I need to be happy and I need to be the best of myself. And the wife was like, well, it's too early. You were asked to come around 9. So why are you just going now? Why the hurry? Why not just sit down and eat? And he was like, no, that I will not eat until when I get the job. That when I get the job, I will eat. Then he told the wife that, thanks, Oni, and he left. As he left, Clara was surprised that he could refer him as Oni, that he could be happy like this, that she has never seen him this happy before. And the daughter too said the same thing, that they've never seen him be happy like this, that means he has changed truly. But unknown to them that he has not changed. He is only acting. But let's continue. He's only acting. Then both of them kept on talking. I was like, if he has changed truly, then it will be a good thing for them. It will be a nice one for them. Then she looked again. She looked again, and you know, here is Joe in Ang's office waiting for him. As he was waiting, he checked his time and saw that Ang has not come yet, and he started laughing. I was like, I know what is in his mind is that this man told me to come by this time and he is not yet in his office. Hey, what a joke he is. And all of a sudden, Angst walked into the office. As he walked into the office, he greeted Jonathan. I was shocked when the gate man told me that you're already in my office waiting for me. And Jonathan was like, good morning, Mr. Angst. And Angst was like, Mr. Angst. And Jonathan was like, oh, would you rather me call you Boss Angst? As he said box hands, then Hanks was like, well, I only called you here so that we can talk. And he was like, okay, are you calling me here so that, or you don't want to give me the job again, or you're calling me to have an interview with me? And I was like, I just want to talk with you and find out why you want to work in my company. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought maybe you don't want to give me the job again. Well, I want to work. I need work because this job means a lot to me right now. It means a lot to me. I need to work so that I can be able to take care of my family. I can be able to take care of my family and provide for my family as a man that I am. Because when a man does not have a job, he feels and look useless. And he was like, but why do you want to work in my company? Knowing fully well that we fought 2 days ago. And at the same time, if I'm not mistaken, we fought like 3 times now, 2 or 3 times now. And he was like, yes, it's because you are the only one I have that I can come to get a job. That is why other people that I have, they don't have anything to offer me yet. And so I just have to come to you to ask for your help so I can get a job, so that I can be useful and be responsible for my family. That is why I have come to you. And it was like, as per that one, I am not coming to rub shoulder with you in your company. My own is just to work, to come and work in, and be able to take care of my family, to fend for my family. I know in your mind you'll be thinking that this person that I fought with 2 days ago, now in my office requesting for a job, has he come to have his own pound of flesh? That no. What I've come here for is for me to get a job. Do you know what it feels like for a man not to have a job and not to have the means to take care of his family, to cater for his family? I want to be able to take care of my family, cater for my wife and my daughter. That is why I have come to you to ask for job from you. And if you want me to go on my knees to beg you, I don't mind. I will do that for you. I will do that. I will go on my knees to beg you. And he was like, that is impressive. And he was smiling and laughing while he was saying what he was saying, even though he has an hidden agenda and he's putting on a mask of a good guy, while on the inside he has a bad intention towards Angst and why he wants to work in Angst's company. And Angst was looking at him, kept on looking at him. I was like, you think I am a fool, Abby? Do you think I'm a fool? I know you are in this place with bad intention. You have your reasons why you came, that you want to work with me in this my office. But well, my eyes are on you. I get my eyes on you and I'm going to be watching you closely. Then while Angst was thinking that and talking in his thought, he called out to him and was like, boss, then the job. Then he now said, okay, no problem. I've given you the job. Congratulations, you've gotten the job already. And Jonathan was happy and he stood up and shook his hand. As he stood up and shook his hand, Angst looked at him suspiciously that he is not a clown, but there's something fishy about him. And he kept on looking at him. And Jonathan was like, thank you very much for this job. I will not mess up and I will not fall your hand. I will make sure that I do my job well. And Angst was like, okay, you should sit down. He said, no, he does not want to sit down. He should go ahead and start work immediately. Since that is what he came here for. And Angst told him that, okay, you can go ahead and meet the secretary. Let the secretary put you on the job. And he left. I know that right now, Angst is taking the biggest decision of his life. I know to him, he feels he's doing Clara good and is doing Clara a favor at the detriment of his own peace, because he doesn't know, he's not sure of why Jonathan wants to work in his company. And for him to be able to be sure of why he wants to work in his company, he has to give Jonathan the opportunity, because he cannot let Clara down. And he has to give Jonathan the opportunity to work in his company. But while Jonathan is working in his company, his eyes are going to be on him. He is not going to be 100% open to Jonathan. I believe that is what he's going to do. Yes, I believe that's what it's going to do. So, guys, I would like you guys to go to the comment section and, tell me your opinion about what you feel on this Hank's decision to give Jonathan job in his company. Do you think his decision is wise enough, or do you think he shouldn't have done that, or maybe he should have referred him to a friend or something? Please go to the comment section and tell me what you feel about his decision, if he's making the right decision or is making the wrong decision. And do you feel Clara should have spoken to Hanks about it, knowing fully well the kind of person her husband is? Please go to the comment section and tell me what you feel about this episode. If you've followed us this far and you've not liked our channel, please kindly do so by pressing the like button, and also do so by pressing the subscribe button for us. Thank you very much. Till we meet again.